What's going on, guys? Orange Gatorade back with another off-season video. This is going to be a special one, going to be one of my longer videos probably in this channel. This is going to be a 2020/2021 or you can call it 21-22 NFL wide receiver tier list. So I'm gonna be ranking all these guys in this tier list. This is actually a pretty good tier list made by, hopefully it'll show me who made it. This guy, Dag, pretty cool guy. Appreciate it. Didn't feel like making one on my own, so always a good help. One problem I have with this tier list maker is I can't recognize some of these guys. Also, D-Hop is on here twice, but yeah, some of these guys, let me see if I can find an example. Like this dude, I can barely see his number. It looks like he plays for the Bears, but yeah. Also, this guy looks like he plays for the Browns. I once again cannot tell whatsoever. So I looked up Browns number 81, and that's Austin Hooper, who is their tight end now. So this guy does not play for the Browns anymore. I have to figure that out myself. So yeah, there are going to be a couple guys who I'm going to have to put in the don't know / can't tell. Pretty standard tiers. We got A plus for guys who I think can like ascend to that S tier this season, but I'm not sure yet what they are. So, and there's also a JV tier just for fun. So yeah, we're going to get into this real quick. Okay, so up first we got Davante Adams, who obviously, I think there should be no debate whatsoever on where he fits in it. So, easy S tier for Davante Adams. Probably the most dominant receiver in the league last year. I know he was Aaron Rodgers' pretty much only target that he could trust. But still, man, you got to give him the benefit of the doubt this year. I still think he's going to be incredible. Yeah, great guy to watch. One of the best route runners in the NFL. Sure-handed. What more can you ask for from a guy like Davante? He really does it all for the Packers. All right, so up here we got Nelson Agholor. So I'm actually kind of I wouldn't say I'm a fan of Nelson Agholor, but I don't think he's as bad as people really try to make him out to be. I'm going to put him in C, but he could easily be considered like a low B tier wide receiver this season, especially playing for a team with very little receiving help like the Patriots. I think he can easily ascend to that B tier. Here we got Brandon Ayuk. Again, another guy who has a chance to easily put himself in A tier this year. But we're going to put him in B because he only came off his rookie season last year. I thought he looked amazing in some games. Freak athlete, very fast. I love Brandon Ayuk. I wanted to get him in my fantasy draft this year. He went a little too high for me, so I'm not going to be able to land him. But yeah, dude, Brandon Ayuk, such an underrated receiver. If Trey Lance is what they hope he can be, they can be a very, very lethal duo. Up next, we got the Ole Miss product, A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown had a great season last year, but it's not enough for me to put him in A+. I don't see him as like a wide receiver one type of dude. I think Julio is going to be better than him this year. But, he did have, like I said, a couple great games. He looked good in the playoffs against, Marlon Humphrey, who's one of the best corners in the entire league. So, yeah. Hopefully he can ascend to that A+ this year. I think he can. But, just considering his role is going to be a little reduced this year, I'm going to keep him in A. I think that's fair. All right, next up, we got float like a butterfly, sting like AB. It's going to be kind of hard to determine where he falls on this. I think I'm going to have to put him in B just because his production wasn't that great when the Bucks ended up signing him. Like, it was pretty close to the end of the season when he actually started getting like reps with the team. So yeah, we just didn't see enough from him for me to really want to put him in A. And he's also like the wide receiver 3 on that team, which is absurd to even think about. If you told someone 4 or 5 years ago Antonio Brown will be wide receiver 5 or wide receiver 3, my bad, on this Bucks team, they would say you're out of your mind. But yeah, man. So I think we're just gonna move on. We got Allen Robinson. It looks like Allen Robinson for me could easily fit in this A plus. I'm gonna put him in A just to be safe because we haven't seen Allen Robinson with like a really great QB. Hopefully this season we'll get to see that with Justin Fields, a guy who I'm very high on. So you know my expectations are what they are for Justin Fields, and I hope that with him being a good quarterback, Allen Robinson will find himself in that A plus tier by the end of the season. Next, we got anti-vax Cole Beasley. Honestly, dude, Cole Beasley could easily be in the B tier. Easily be in the B tier because I just don't see him on the same level as Nelson Aguilar. And yeah, I think he's a great slot receiver, probably one of the best in the league, to be honest. And he's just so consistent. Like, you can pick him up in fantasy, and he'll probably get you like no less than like 9 points every week. Let me chill on that though, because I don't know what his role is going to be this year. So yeah, Cole Beasley, a guy who I really like. Maybe not on Twitter, he's a little weird, but yeah, definitely a great slot receiver. Next we got Kendrick Bourne, I believe this is a guy who's joining Nelson Aguilar in New England, and they can be the C tier wide receiver duo of Bill Belichick's dreams, dude, because I do like Kendrick Bourne. Once again, he was wide receiver 3 on that 49ers team with a bad QB. So we really haven't seen enough of what we might want to from him. But I'm still going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say he could possibly be in the B tier by the end of the season. But, you know, I'm giving people too much slack for B tier already, considering I put Brandon Ayuk and Antonio Brown in with fucking Cole Beasley. So next up we got Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd had a pretty decent season, but his role is a big question mark this season. I don't know what he's gonna be. Wide receiver 2, 3, 1, like we have no idea. So I'm gonna be safe and put him in B. He is a great receiver though for the Bengals. I mean, dude, their core this year is looking absolutely absurd. I just don't know why the fuck they didn't pick Sewell, but you know what? I'm just gonna have to move on, dude. It would be too long of a damn video. So next up, I believe this is Brandon Cooks. Once again, I could be wrong, so you guys might have to correct me on that. Cooks was an easy B tier like a couple years ago, but I'm gonna have to put him in C. He hasn't shown me that much within like the past 2 years, I'd say. But yeah, dude, like when he was on this, what was it? I think it was the Saints. Dude was a fucking beast, especially his Madden card. Like he was a must pick up in Madden because of his speed. But yeah, Brandon Cooks, C tier. Dude, this one is one that really bothered me that I really can't tell who it is. I want to say it's Laviska Shenault, and I don't want to look up every wide receiver that threw a pass last year to find out because he is like, you know, like cocking the football back. So I'm gonna say it's Laviska Shenault from Colorado. Laviska Shenault. I didn't watch a lot of Jags games last year, so it's gonna be kind of take this ranking with a grain of salt, guys, because I really did not watch enough Laviska Shenault and Jacksonville Jaguars last season to determine where he actually fits on this. But considering his fantasy stats, I'm just gonna put him in C. I'm sorry, guys. That's not like don't consider that like a true ranking. That's just kind of laziness on my part. I'm sorry about that. Next, we got Chase Claypool from the Steelers. You know what? I'm just going to do myself a favor and throw all of the Steelers wide receivers in B tier, because that's really what their trio is just a trio of B tier wide receivers. You know, the Steelers do a pretty good job drafting wide receiver. They rarely miss. But yeah, with these 3 guys, they're just okay. They get the job done, all 3 of them. I believe this next guy is Randall Cobb. You guys can absolutely burn me at the stake if I'm wrong about this. Yeah, Randall Cobb is beyond washed at this point in his career. So we'll just throw him in D just to be a little nice. I could do him worse, but you know, Randall Cobb's a Packers legend. He's done a lot for the league, so I'll let him off easy. So up next, can't really see this guy's face, but you can safely assume it's Amari Cooper considering the uniform and the jersey number. Amari Cooper, while he had like kind of a lackluster last season, he wasn't really doing good in the Cowboys home games, but I'm still gonna put him in A plus. Great all around receiver, great route runner, great hands. Just not good enough to be in that S tier. I don't think he was ever at any point in his career in S tier, but A plus is definitely where I would want to fit a guy like Amari Cooper. Up next, I'm pretty sure this is Corey Davis. Just got signed by the Jets. Corey Davis could easily find himself in this B tier next season, but for now I'm gonna put him in C. Playing second fiddle to AJ Brown didn't really do that much justice for his stats. So yeah, once again, not a guy I saw a lot of last season. So just gonna be safe and put him in the C tier. I'm 99% sure this is Jamison Crowder, right? This guy. Yeah, Jamison Crowder, pretty good for the Jets last season, especially with their QB situation. So, I mean, I know it's like kind of when you're playing on a team like the Jets and you put up good stats, it's kind of like a big fish in a small pond type situation. So I don't know if I want to throw Jamison Crowder in B tier just because of that. I see, like, I wish I had a C plus tier for guys like that because Jamison Crowder could easily, I'll just be nice. Jamison Crowder B tier. Congrats, Jamison. You probably deserve it for playing on the Jets last season. Up next, we got Curtis Samuel, a guy very versatile in that Panthers system, but he ended up signing to, I believe, the football team this offseason to team up with Terry. I really enjoyed Curtis Samuel last season. I thought he could do a lot. Swiss Army knife type player for the Panthers. So yeah, B tier. Hopefully he can bump himself up in this A tier. Honestly, I really believe in Curtis Samuel. Thought he was a great player, great for my fantasy team. Shout out to him, man. Up next, we got Debo. Once again, similar to Curtis Samuel, like a gadget guy, Swiss Army knife. Dude, I really needed to make a B plus tier for guys like Debo and Curtis, because they could easily fall in this upper echelon by the end of the season. But they're just not there right now. So that's where I'm gonna put them. B tier for these two guys, very similar players, two guys that I love to watch. Up next, we got DeAndre Hopkins on here twice. Not sure why they did that, but I'll put this iconic picture of D-Hop in S tier. No, you're getting no debate from me on D-Hop being an S tier receiver. Absolutely no question about it, dude. Fucking beast. Stephon Diggs, once again, like, if you do not have these three guys as your consensus S tier wide receivers, like, just stop talking to me about football. They are by far, hands down, far and above the best at what they do. These three guys. Might throw Tyreek in S tier too, but as of right now, I think these are the consensus top three in the NFL. These three guys. Next, we got DJ Moore. More of a toss-up between C and B tier, for me. But considering he's never played a full season, I will give him the benefit of the doubt and put him in the B tier. He's still a good receiver. Hopefully the Panthers can figure out their quarterback situation, because I don't know if they're going PJ Walker, Sam Darnold, whatever. But yeah, man. Good luck to the Panthers, by the way, this season. Up next, we got, that looks like DK to me, right? Yeah, DK Metcalf. Easy A. Easy A. Should I do it, guys? Should I? Fuck it. Freak athlete, bro. Huge target. Can go up and get anything. You know what? I used to really hate the DK Megatron comparisons. For obvious reasons, because Megatron is one of the best wide receivers of all time, and DK is getting these comparisons after, 2 seasons? But still, dude, I really enjoy watching DK Metcalf just absolutely dominate defensive backs. That Seahawks Eagles game where he was just going after Darius Slayton, dude. Crazy to watch, awesome to watch. Up next, we got Julian Edelman, the fake Hall of Famer going in D tier. I know he's retired. I'm still gonna rank him, dude. Don't ever talk to me about Julian Edelman being a goddamn Hall of Fame. I remember Bleacher Report was doing polls like whatever last week to see who we thought should be a Hall of Famer, and Julian Edelman got more votes from fans for the Hall of Fame than Anquan Boldin. And if you ever look at their stats and compare them, you will just realize how fucking baffling that is, bro. Anquan Boldin is light years ahead of Julian Edelman as a receiver. And Julian also is washed right now, so that's why he's in D tier. You know, prime Julian Edelman could easily be like a C or B, but now he's B. I mean D. Shit. Here we have Emmanuel Sanders, a guy who once upon a time, I think he was a Denver Bronco, and I really, really, really enjoyed watching him. But ever since then, he kind of fell off. Still a good receiver, still like a very solid wide receiver 2, 3, whatever. But he is not that B or A tier receiver that he once was once upon a time, bro. This dude right here, if someone can help me figure out who this is, for now I'm gonna put him in don't know / can't tell. No fucking idea who that is, bro. It looks like he might play for the Giants or the Oh wait, is that? Nah, that can't be TY, right? I'd be bugging out if I forgot what TY looked like. Bro, that might be. Hold on. Yeah, I knew what wasn't bugging. That doesn't even look close to TY Hilton, so he can stay in don't know / can't tell. Up next, we got Michael Gallup. You know, he's a third option for the Cowboys. Still really solid. Yeah, not a lot to say about Michael Gallup, bro. Like, I don't really care too much about Mans. He can belong in the D tier with these scrubs for all I care. Up next, we got Chris Godwin. This is going to be tough, bro. This is going to be a tough ranking to make because Chris Godwin was not that spectacular last year. And he was also hurt like half the season. So, you know what? For that reason, considering he was hurt, I'll put him in A. You know, not a great season from him last year, but, you know, still wide receiver 1 numbers when he was producing, so good for him. I'll keep him in A. Definitely not up for consideration for A+. Moving on, man. Let me look up who. Wait, is that Golden Tate? Is that Golden Tate? Give me one sec. So yeah, that's gonna be Golden Tate. Washed, so washed. Like, washed beyond belief, this dude is. I can't remember the last time I've seen a Golden Tate play on Red Zone or anything like that. Yeah, definitely belongs in F tier, bro. Yeah, fun fact, freshman year of high school, your boy traded Golden Tate traded Amari Cooper for fucking Golden Tate, and I never lived to hear the end of that story. Up next, is that John Brown? I think it is. John Brown. He had a bad season, so we'll keep him in C, but realistically, considering how bad his season was last year, he should be in D. But, you know, he is a pretty good receiver under certain conditions. He's just not wide receiver 1 or 2 on that team, so it's hard for him to get touches, really. You know, the Bills just have a surplus of riches, bro. So it's kind of annoying seeing a guy like John Brown, who could easily find himself in you know, the B tier after one good season, being borderline D tier because he's just on a team with too many weapons, bro. I'm happy that they didn't do like a player shot of Kenny Golladay because I have absolutely no idea what Mans actually looks like. So if it wasn't a picture of him in like a Lions uniform, I would have had no idea. But once again, dude, this is another instance where I wish I had the B+ tier because I had to throw Kenny Golladay in A, and I just don't know if he's an A tier receiver. Definitely a B+, but I just don't want to disrespect him by putting him in this same, you know, class of these guys. But yeah, Kenny Golladay, great target, physical receiver. Guy that I really wanted the Ravens to get. I remember I dropped a rant video a long time ago on why I wanted to get him, but you know that just never came to fruition. He's stuck on the Giants now with Danny Bums. You know, I hope that works out for him, but I really don't know. I'm just going to get this dude out of the way. I have no fucking idea who that is. Looks like he plays for the Niners. Good for him, man. Same thing with this guy. No clue. Up next, we got Mecole Hardman, who is... I think he's the second option, or is it DeMarcus Robinson? Don't know. He's the second option on the Chiefs. Easy C-tier receiver. He never has any breakout seasons or games. He's just going to be this consistent guy to look for when Tyreek is not getting open. And next we have Hollywood Brown, who is JV receiver. How did this guy go in the first round? I don't know. Went before DK, AJ Brown. Oh my God, the list just goes on with Hollywood. Realistically, he's probably like a C. But we'll put him in JV for now because, I consider all the Ravens wide receivers to be a JV unit because this shit is a joke sometimes with trying to watch these guys get open. And, I know the scheming is bad sometimes, but it is disgusting. Next was Alshon Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey is mad washed, bro. Washed. I think he might have retired, honestly, but yeah, Alshon Jeffrey, or is that Jalen Reagor? I don't even know. Let me just double check real quick because that would be mad disrespectful to Jalen. All right, so yeah, it's Alshon Jeffrey, easy F tier. Doesn't even look like Jalen Reagor is on this list, so yeah, easy F tier for fucking Alshon Jeffrey, bro. It's so washed, so washed. Ever since he went to the Eagles, to be honest, it's been like that. Here is Jerry Jeudy. Tremendous route runner. Probably top 10 in the league already after his rookie season, was just unheard of. But dude had no hands last season. Led the league in drops, I believe. So for that, oh shit, wait, is this John Brown, bro? Then who did I just put in? I'll figure it out. But yeah, led the league in drops, I think, but is a fantastic route runner. Needs a QB, but if he can get his hands figured out, then the Broncos might be looking disgusting, bro. I'm a big Broncos fan. I just think they need a real ass QB, bro. Drew Lock is a fucking joke. But yeah, best of luck to Jerry Jeudy this year. And we got Juice Landry, guy who I think is slowly becoming one of the more underrated receivers. Is still not on that same level as these other guys, though, so I don't think I'm going to put him in A. But definitely becoming underrated, bro. Yeah, I really don't have that much to say about Jarvis Landry. I don't watch Mans all too much, but I just know he's not as bad as people will try to convince you. Next, I'm 99% sure this is, I think that's Julio. Yeah, Julio. We just haven't seen enough of Julio to consider him S tier anymore. I know that's kind of sad, but yeah, dude, how many games did he play last season? Let me go check. So yeah, he only played 9 games last season. But I'm still gonna have to put him in S tier. I just realized how dumb it is to consider a player, A tier instead of S tier just because they were injured. Julio, when he's healthy, is, I think, hands down the best in the league. But, we just haven't seen enough from him in the last probably 2 years to say that he's still the best. I'd say right now it's probably looking like Tay or Stephon. But, regardless, we're going to move on. Justin Jefferson, freaking God, bro. Freaking God. A+ already after his rookie season. I mean, how often does that happen? Not very, but when you have a rookie season like Justin Jefferson where you're just lights out, yeah, you will find yourself on A+ easily, bro. Easily. High hopes for this man. Big fan. Hope it works out for him. Just need to move on from Captain Kirk, and the Vikings might be a Super Bowl team. No, I'm just kidding. Their defense is awful, so I think the Vikings will not make a Super Bowl with Justin Jefferson still on the team. Next, we got Keenan Allen. Probably like a top 3 underrated receiver in the league. Once again, one of the best route runners, sure-handed. He could easily be on Devontae Adams' level. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If they both had Aaron Rodgers, Was this Christian Kirk? Christian Kirk, another second option on his team, pretty solid speed threat. I'll put him. Nah, I can't put him in C. I'll put him in D tier just because I just realized how disrespectful it is trying to put him on Jerry Jeudy level when he's just not that. So D tier for Christian Kirk. Don't feel like I need to explain myself anymore. We got Cooper Kupp up next. Very underrated guy. Easily would go in the B plus tier if I had one. But your boy is dumb and lack of preparation and whatnot. But Cooper Kupp, great guy. I think his value is going to go up tremendously with the addition of Matthew Stafford. So I'm excited to see what he has this year. Next, we got CD Lamb. CD's nuts. Dude, I love CD, even when he was playing at Oklahoma. So you might be viewing a little bit of bias right here, but I think CD can easily be an A tier receiver this season, especially with the return of Dak. Dude, he has been cutting up on Hard Knocks. Like, if you watch any of the clips, it's just CD just fucking baking everybody. So, yeah, CD. Good luck to him this season, bro. Hopefully the Cowboys can stay healthy. Bro, they're really about to make me do this. Oh, man, bro. I feel bad. But, bro, with the way Larry Fitz has played, he's like D tier. I know he's probably going to retire if he hasn't already this offseason, but yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, Larry. You were my favorite player at one point, but it just hasn't been the same for a couple of years now. I think since, 2016, 2017, it's just been straight downhill for Larry. I feel bad. Next, we have Allen Lazard from the Green Bay Packers, who I honestly think is probably, the second option for this Packers receiving core. He's not terrible, but he's not a wide receiver too, and by any means. So, bro. See, because I look at the receivers I have in C tier, and I just don't think he's on that level, bro. So I'm gonna have to put Lazard in D. I'm sorry, Lazard. You can easily make it up by balling out this season. Up next is Tyler Lockett, who, if you asked me this question a year ago where I thought he fell, it probably would be A tier, but DK's taken over the role of wide receiver 1 on that team, so I just don't think there's any room for him in A tier anymore. He's had some great seasons. Shout out to Tyler Lockett, bro. Extremely underrated wide receiver. Up next, we got Terry, bro. Like, B plus tier once again, but I don't have one because I'm stupid. So I'm gonna have to put him in B because he's just not on the same level as these guys, basically. You know what, bro? Fuck it. I'm switching Kenny Golladay and Terry McLaurin out. I don't care. This is my damn list, okay? You can comment all you want and it will not affect me. So I'm putting Terry in A tier. I don't care what anyone says. Dude, if the football team can just get a good QB, they will be awesome. They will be set. They have a great wide receiver trio or tandem right now with Terry and Curtis Samuel. I'm excited to see what they got, man. Next, we have Mike Evans, easy A tier. Definitely borderline A plus. He's A plus. He's A plus. I'll give it to him. Slowly becoming underrated right now just because his role is kind of minimized. Or not minimized, it's just kind of overtaken by, the star power that is Tom Brady. So people don't talk about Evans and Godwin as much. Up next is Mike Williams. Bro, this, again, is very inconsistent. I don't know where I want to put a guy as inconsistent as Mike Williams just because, he'll have some great games and then he just won't show you anything for the rest of the season. So I'm going to put him in C, bro, because he just doesn't show me enough to want to put him in B tier, He's just not on the same level as these guys, especially with the level of consistency. Yeah, hopefully next season he'll turn around. Really wanted him in fantasy for the upside, but didn't manage to get him. It's kind of bright in my room, so I can't really make out who this next guy is. I think it's Darnell Mooney. So Darnell Mooney, for burning Jalen Ramsey that one time in whatever it was preseason. I don't even know if it was a preseason game. I just know he burnt the living ish out of Jalen Ramsey and they just didn't throw to him. So I'll give him C tier for that. That's really all I know about Darnell Mooney. So yeah, good for him for burning one of the top coverage cornerbacks in the league. Up next, I think was it Denzel Mims. Denzel Mims, a guy I didn't really see enough of to make a constructive criticism of. I'm just gonna throw him in D tier because he is a Jets wide receiver. That's you want an explanation? That's literally the only reason you're getting. He's a Jets wide receiver, so he must be D tier somehow. Oh wait, shit, is that Darnell Mooney? I think it is. I messed up. All right, so this guy can go in C tier, right? I don't know who this guy is. I'm just gonna throw him in here. Up next, very, oh, this is gonna be controversial, bro. See, like Mike Evans was. I mean, no. Michael Thomas was literally at the top of the league like a year ago, and now he's just hurt. So it's so disrespectful putting him in A+. So I think I have to put him in S, even though I really don't want to. But bro, he was so dominant. He was so dominant 2 years ago. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt for this season. Hopefully the Saints can figure out their QB situation, bro. I don't know. We still don't know if Taysom Hill or Jameis Winston is starting week 1, and that's a little sketchy to me. Up next, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, MVS, as Packers fans call him. Pretty sure-handed guy, but as wide receiver 3, I think he does his job. So, damn. I'll put him in D, and I'll move Lazard up to C. I feel like that's the only way I can do it, without feeling like a dick. Because I do think these Packers wide receivers are not as bad as people want to make them out to be. But, still, they're not great by any means for wide receiver 2 and 3. Who is... Okay, so this is N'Keal Harry. Yeah, we are going to send N'Keal Harry down to JV, bro. I think his best season so far in his two seasons was like a 350-yard season. So, yeah, very, very obvious JV-age for N'Keal Harry. I don't want to hear any Patriots fans arguing about that, even though I think he requested a trade, right? So he's on his way out still. Up next, we got Odell Beckham Jr. Once upon a time was like one of the easiest A tier, A+ tier, S tier wide receivers of all time. But now, I think I might have to throw him in B, bro. He's just not on this level. Dude, is he? Fuck. Oh, this is gonna be tough. Is he really on that level with these guys? This is an awful list. I just realized how bad this is. I have CD and fucking Terry McLaurin in A tier. Oh my god. All right, whatever. I think Odell's gonna stay in B, guys. Up next, we got Devontae Parker. Once again, a couple years ago, easy B or A, but he's C right now. He has not been producing like as well as he was once upon a time. Next, T.Y. Hilton, dude. Again, a guy who struggled, like really struggled early on this season. I don't know if that was because Phil Rivers was his quarterback and they were just kind of getting adjusted to each other. He was just not good. And I fucked up again because this is not Denzel Mims. This is Denzel Mims. So, fuck me. Don't know who this guy is. Oh, is this Brashad Perriman? Please don't tell me it's Brashad Perriman, bro. I will throw him in F tier so quickly. Okay, no. So I was right. This is Brashad Perriman. He goes in F. He doesn't even belong on the JV team. He doesn't deserve it. Brashad Perriman is one of the worst picks in Ravens history right there. If you know, you know. Like straight up, dude is a joke. Up next, I think this is Michael Pittman of the Colts. Oh, this is gonna be tough. Fuck. Damn, bro. D tier. I have to. He was a rookie last year, right? And I just didn't see enough of him. He did have some great games, just not the consistency was not there. So that's the reason I'm gonna have to put him in C. Dude, oh my God, why are these so hard to see? Give me one sec. Okay, so this is Preston Williams of the Dolphins. Not gonna lie to you guys, I had no idea who this was, so I had to look him up. But after doing a little bit of research, he is D tier because he only played half the season in the 2 years that he's been there, so that's like 16 career games. But he has 7 touchdowns in those 16 games, so I don't know, bro. Like, that seems like C tier to me, but I just, once again, have not seen enough from him. Up next, we got Jalen Reagor, who could, I'm going to put him in D tier because he was not good last season. But I think people are sleeping on this guy like crazy. I think he's going to break out in a big way this season for sure. Up next, I think this is Hunter Renfrow from Clemson. Boop. There you go, Hunter. Yeah. Don't really know. This guy, no idea who the fuck this is. So F tier, or no, not F tier. He goes in the void. This is Calvin Ridley up next. So Calvin Ridley, my thinking is if I have Justin Jefferson in A+, I absolutely have to have Calvin Ridley in A+. Great breakout season from him last year. Hopefully he can continue to produce. This is Robbie Anderson of the Panthers. Dude, why do the Panthers have so many like B tier receivers now that I'm just thinking about this? Because there's no goddamn way Robbie Anderson is in A tier. But Robbie Anderson is solid, bro. Especially when he's on the Jets. Dude was nasty. I used to love Robbie Anderson. Up next, we got Robert Woods of the LA Rams. You can't really tell, but just because of the uniform, the captain patch, the number, pretty obvious. Robert Woods is going to be A tier without a doubt, in my opinion, this season. Little bit of injury proneness, but with Matt Stafford back there, he can, really improve on his numbers from last year. Yeah, high hopes for Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp, both. Up next, we got Henry Ruggs. This is going to be kind of unfair ranking for Henry because I really like the upside in this dude, but he just did not get enough looks last season. I know the stats weren't there, but so were the targets. The targets were not there at all for my guy. Just felt super disrespectful. Up next, we got little Scotty Miller from the Bucks. He showed out sometimes, but he's nothing special. He's probably similar to Edelman. I'd say they're pretty close in player style. Slot receivers, small guys, undersized, speedy. Fuck, is this Laviska Shenault, bro? Because I already did. We're just gonna pretend number 17 is Laviska Shenault then. Because how the hell am I supposed to tell who that is? There's no logo, nothing. Up next, I think this is Sterling Shepard of the Giants, who is a D tier receiver by all means. Sterling Shepard, we never see enough from him. Giants fans want to gas him up all year. Blah blah blah. The Giants fans talk so much shit about all their players thinking they're gonna be gods. I just don't see enough from Sterling Shepard, and he's always hurt. Always fucking hurt. Like, this dude will never play a full season as long as I'm alive. This dude can make his way over to the don't know, can't tell category. And up next, we got... oh my God. Willie Snead. As you guys know, all Ravens wide receivers are JV, so he can easily find himself right there. This guy's going to be a little hard to rank, Cortland Sutton, because he, played like 2 weeks and tore his ACL. But I'm going to put him in B. but he has a chance. He has a chance to make himself an A tier receiver. I just think they're in a him and Jerry Jeudy both are in just like a bad situation with QB. But hopefully they can figure it out. Up next we got, who is that? Who is this number 19 on the Bengals? I'm gonna have to look it up, bro. Okay, not even this must have been made by a Bengals fan, because I don't know why this guy is even on here. Auden Tate, congrats Auden, you made the list, but you're F tier, bro. Ooh, Adam Thielen, his role was significantly reduced last season. He kind of just became like a red zone target for Kirky boy. But you know, he's that. That still doesn't take away from him being like a good receiver or anything, but I just don't know if he's still A. Dude, I don't know, man. Damn, that is a tough one. I'll put him in A. I'll put him in A. That's not, yeah, that sounds right. He just the stats just weren't there last season, that's all. Oh, my boy T. Higgins. Fuck, man, I wish I could put him in A tier, but he's going to get overshadowed by Jamar Chase. And not only that, he was not an A tier last year. I just wanted to put him in A. But, you know, T. Higgins, one of my favorite receivers, bro. I love watching T. Higgins, and I'm not even a Bengals fan. But, yeah, shout out to him, bro. So, dude, oh my God, did I fuck up the TY thing a third time in this video? I think this is Paris Campbell. Yeah, this is Paris Campbell. Oh, God. Alright, so Paris Campbell can go in D tier. And the real TY, the real TY, for the fucking third time in this video, I found the real TY Hilton. He can go in at C tier. My bad, Paris Campbell and TY. And next we have Tyreek Hill. So I'm probably going to have to zoom out so I can put him up in, you know, A+ or S, whichever one I decide. Alright, my bad, guys. I had to zoom it out. It's going to be a little bit harder to see, but, you know, bear with me because we're only on the last 4. This is Tyreek Hill, who has done a lot of controversial things in the past. I don't know where to put him. Dude, this is really tough. Because there were games, yeah, he has to go in S tier, I feel like. Because there were games where he just looked like insane. Like a consensus best wide receiver in some games. That game against the Bucks in the regular season was unreal. Like, I could not believe what I was witnessing. So, for that reason, Tyreek is, you know, definitely S tier for me. This guy I'm not even going to waste my time with. This video is already too long. Next, we have Sammy Watkins, who is, if you guys didn't know, a Ravens wide receiver. So, he can make his way to the JV list. Thank you to fucking Eric DaCosta for another great free agency period and another great draft. Love to see it. Up next, can't really tell who this is. Oh, I think that's Will Fuller. Okay, Will Fuller. Ooh. You know, I would put him in A, but man, it's steroids, so you can keep your ass in B tier, Will Fuller, you fucking cheater. So yeah, that completes this list. I think it's pretty solid right now. I might have to tune it a little bit. But you're not going to get any complaints from me on that, so it's good. As always, your boy OG. Thanks you guys for watching, man. I am out. Thank you for watching this long-ass video. Make sure you subscribe, comment, drop a like. If you disagree with me, go tell your mom.